All right. Good evening, mabuhay everyone. Welcome back to Pageant Trend. And for today's live session, we're gonna have one of our guests, one of the candidate of Intercontinental 2021. So she is representing. She's all the way from United Kingdom, and she's also in the backstage right now. So I know, guys, that you're so excited to meet her, and of course, as well as she is excited to meet us. So for today's live session, um, we're gonna have our guest of one Miss Intercontinental United Kingdom 2021, Romy Kim Skin. Ayan. So she is our guest for tonight's live session, and this is a very first time or first guest for Miss Intercontinental candidate. And of course, so wag na natin patagalin. Let us all welcome our guest for tonight's live session, Miss Intercontinental United Kingdom 2021, Romy Simpkins, all the way from United Kingdom. Hi, dear.
Hello.
All
Hi.
right. Hi, how are you there?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm also doing fine and doing great. All right, so before we start our live session, let me know you that we are also live at our YouTube channel. So if you are new to our channel, don't hesitate to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also click the notification bell so that you will be updated whenever we have new interviews and as well as new uploaded videos. And of course, if you are new to our Facebook page, don't hesitate to click the like and also follow our Instagram account, Pageant Trend. And as well as we have also our TikTok account. So just follow us there at Pageant Trend Official. All right. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. If you guys have questions to our guest for tonight's live session, don't hesitate to comment down below. And of course, disclaimer, we will not be entertaining political questions. So if you have questions, you can ask anything about Romy. It could be either on her pageant journey, love life, or anything, or etc., and so on and so forth. All right. So before we start, Miss Romy, all right. So please introduce yourself for the benefits of our international and local viewers for tonight's live session. All right. Go ahead.
Thank you. First of all, thank you so much for having me. And thank you for everyone who is tuning in. Yes, my name is Romy Simpkins, and I'm representing the United Kingdom in Miss Intercontinental in October, which is taking place in Egypt, which I'm so excited about. And I feel honored to be one of the first finalists of Miss Intercontinental to be interviewed by yourself. And a little bit about me is I'm 27 years old. I run a eating disorder service. I'm heavily involved in mental health. And a little fun fact is I'm actually a Shakespeare scholar.
Wow. It's nice to hear that for you, dear. All right. So can you tell us about your experience? I believe that this is not your first pageant that you have joined before.
No, it isn't. I have been in the pageant industry since 2012. So
Wow.
I'd like to say I'm a bit of a veteran in pageantry. This will be actually my fourth international But the fact that you can travel the world, meet all the other queens, and get to represent your own country is just a blessing. So I'm grateful for every single opportunity I've had in pageantry.
Wow. So since you have mentioned that you have joined 4 times, can you tell us what are the pageants that you have joined before?
Yes, so in 2015, I represented the United Kingdom in a pageant called Miss Global International. By the following year, I actually competed in Tokyo, Japan, in the Miss International competition representing the United Kingdom. And I, in 2018, represented England in the Miss Supranational competition in Poland. So lots of different countries, different climates, different culture. And now I get to go to Egypt and represent the UK in Miss Intercontinental.
Wow. So you are well, it is also considered, or of course, you're a veteran in this pageant. So can you tell us your learnings during your previous pageants that you have learned?
I think through the experiences that you gain at internationals, you have to be very organized. You have to know yourself well, and you have to know your strengths and the things that you need to improve. And I think every international experience has allowed me to grow as a person. I'm very grateful to be able to have those opportunities. I feel very ready and prepared for Miss Intercontinental because of my experiences and the fact that every single pageant is different in what they look for in a title holder. And it lets me truly allow myself to find out about myself, what I'm capable of doing. And I say that's been one of the biggest learning journeys of all in my pageant career, let's say, is the fact that I've been able to truly know who I am and what I represent as a woman in today's society.
Wow. All right. Okay. So how old is Miss Romy?
I'm 27.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. It's
I'm
still you're still young, of course.
Yes, I'm going to be 28 in November, so just after the internationals. So yeah, but you know what? Even though I'm coming to the end of the Miss divisions, a lot of the cutoffs are from 27, 28. I feel that I've done my time justice. So I just think it's all about the learning experience and finding yourself and the fact that I've had so many great experiences and met so many people along the way, and everything I've learned through pageants has helped me in my personal life too, to make me a strong and confident person. So yeah, I don't think age really matters, to be honest, but definitely the experiences I've had in these last 8 to 9 years has been incredible. So I'm so thankful for pageantry.
All right. What's your favorite part of the pageant competition?
Oh, so of course, like seeing all my sister queens is the best because we're all chatting previously before we get there and we finally get to meet and actually have all pictures together and create memories. But I'm not gonna lie, I love being on the stage. I have been on the stage since I was 3 years old doing performing arts, so I find that that is a place that I feel most comfortable. And the beauty that I find within pageants is that I can be on that stage and be myself. I don't have to put on an act. I will perform as myself, my best version of myself. And I just think I thrive on that. So that's the most exciting thing I'm looking forward to, is being on that stage and showing who I really am.
All right. So let's talk about your preparation for this upcoming Miss Intercontinental. How
Yeah.
was it?
It's going good, despite the given circumstances and everything. For Miss Intercontinental UK, we did everything virtually. So a lot of it has had to be online. But do you know what? It's gone in my favor because all my work and my career has been online too. So I'm getting used to this technical stuff and posting on social media, connecting with people and whatnot. And my kind of during my time as Miss Intercontinental UK and in the lead up into the internationals, I'm here to be the voice for women who don't have a voice right now, and want to support women who are experiencing domestic abuse and are survivors of that. And I've been doing a lot of hard work in my campaign work around that. And that's what's been my driving force towards internationals and spreading it to a wider audience. But in terms of preparations, in terms of my campaign work, my fundraising, the things I truly care about are always things I'm going to be doing before, in between, and afterwards. But I'm just loving the fact that I can prepare my gowns, my national costume, which, you know, I've got some idea. I've got like 2 ideas in mind, and I'm just kind of deciding which one to go for. So yeah, it's really good actually. I'm enjoying it.
All right. So aside from preparedness, so I know that you are already prepared during your Miss Intercontinental UK pageant. So what are the things that considered you to become the winner of Miss Intercontinental United Kingdom?
I think the reason why I was so blessed and had the opportunity and was given this title was because I showed resilience. I showed that I was capable of anything I set my mind to, despite all the challenges we faced in the pandemic and other things. I have truly been able to immerse myself in different experiences, whether that's my campaign work and fundraising and training in fields that I want to specialize in, to reaching out to a wider audience across the UK and getting people to talk to me and sharing their experiences, whether that's through talking about mental health, pageantry, all the other things that are important in life. And I think I became a contender because I kept my focuses my focuses were clear, and my ambition, I've always had ambition, and my drive kind of was made it clear that I was hopefully worthy of the title, and hopefully I'm doing it justice anyway. And that's what I'm just going to continue to do towards the international finals as well.
All right. Thank you so much, dear, for that wonderful answer. I think you are already prepared for this upcoming Miss Intercontinental 2021.
Thank you. I'll try.
I guess. All right. So, looking back to your previous pageants, what had been your? Did you had did you felt regret that you did not included on the, you know, the winner of those pageants that you have joined before?
No, do you know what? I think because every single pageant's different, I think you have to learn through the experience. And obviously, I want to aim high and I want to succeed, but obviously, what defines your successes is up to you. And I think for me, going to Miss International and going to Supranational and even Miss Global International, I was finding myself through those journeys basically. And I think maybe at the time the title wasn't necessary for me at that time, but there's always a title out there that will truly be for you. And I think until you allow yourself to explore lots of different systems and putting your all into one, that's when you'll know that you're ready for it and that you want that title more than anything. So I take them all as an opportunity to learn and to recognize where I can improve in myself and my self-confidence, my development and everything like that. And I think that's what's important when looking about whether you place or whatnot. What can you learn from those experiences? So I think they've made me stronger in competing, rather than just assuming that things are going to be this or that. It's actually made me more driven to work more harder at the end of the day.
Correct. All right. So, well, definitely you are considered as the empowered woman already, since you have a lot of pageant experience. So, can you tell us about um, your thoughts about when can we say that you are an empowered woman?
Well, you're right. I think every woman that is a part of pageantry is an empowered woman, because we stand for all women. We stand for the women that put themselves first, but also support others. We take pride in our appearance. We take pride in the work we do, both within pageantry and outside. And we don't give up. We keep going. We keep showing that driving force to be successful, and whatever that defines is going to be different for every single person. And that's what I love about being a empowering woman, is that I define my own life. I lead the life I want to lead, and I want to be an example to all women that they can live the life however they mean, whether that's being a homemaker, being a international beauty queen, being a successful businesswoman. I want them to know that they can be these things. And through my experience, sharing my voice and letting myself be known to the whole world, I think I'm allowing people to be an empowered person, just like myself. So yeah, I like being an empowering woman.
All right. So moving on to my next question. So since you were joining the Miss Intercontinental 2021 and you were representing United Kingdom, well, we all know that the tagline or the hashtag of Miss Intercontinental is the power of beauty. Can you expound that hashtag's power of beauty?
Yes, I love this. I love this saying because it's everything I stand for. Because when we think of beauty, what defines beauty? And I think beauty comes from all aspects of life, not just externally, internally. What you define as beauty is beauty within yourself, what you have to offer, how you see yourself and view yourself, that confidence you have. And I think the ethos of the pageant allows women to know their worth, value themselves as powerful women who want to make a difference, want to be a leader, want to be a role model and example for women, again, of all ages, to dream what they want to dream and strive towards that dream. Don't give up regardless. And I love the fact that Miss Intercontinental UK has entwined with the international ethos of Power of Beauty and created their Dare to Dream campaign, as we truly believe, regardless of any given circumstance, you can strive for your goals, your dreams, providing you give yourself the time and believe in yourself, you can get there. So I love it. I love the fact that it stands for the power of beauty, because beauty comes from within, but also can be seen outside. But it's what you have to offer. And that to me is being beautiful and being powerful too.
All right. So you're correct that beauty comes from within. Right. All right. So let's move on to the reading of comments and questions from our viewers. So let's greet our viewers for tonight's live session. Good evening, guys. Thank you for staying with us and tuning in. So if you are new to this Facebook page, don't hesitate to follow and click the like so that you can have an updated about the pageants and also the news. All right, so let's have our first viewer for tonight's live session. All right, so it's from our YouTube channel, Nathan R. Cleland. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, Nathan. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Pageant Trend. And we have another viewer from our Facebook page. We have Brandon Siratan. Morning, Jay. Good morning. And good evening here in the Philippines.
Hello.
And morning also, Romy.
Morning, Brandon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. Hello.
Okay, so let's have another viewer from Michael Palacios. Hello.
Hello, Michael. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in, dear. And of course, we have from Aliana Michelle. Shout out po.
Thank you, Aliana. Thank you.
All right. Shout out Aliana Michelle. So another comment from her, pretty.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. That's so kind.
Let's have another viewer from, let's have this, from Luis Bourbon, watching from New Zealand.
Wow, that's amazing. Oh, New Zealand, what a place. Love it. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you,
Thank you
Louise.
so much, Luis, for watching. And also we have from Mark Xiao Uy. Hello from USA.
Hi, Mark. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching from the USA. I've got to love the USA.
And let's have another viewer from our Facebook page. We have from Emmanuel Garcia. Hi, Miss United Kingdom. Please give me a shout out to my family in Tarlac.
Hi, Emmanuel. Thank you so much for coming in and watching this. Yes, shout out to you and your family in Turlac. I hope I said that right, but thank you so much.
Yeah,
Lots of
that's
love.
correct. That's correct. It's from Philippines.
Oh, fantastic. I love the Philippines. Honestly, it's amazing. I want to go back.
Have you been here in the Philippines?
Yes, yeah, I did a few different islands for sure. I can't believe how many islands there are. I was like, wow. But oh my goodness, just a stunning beaches, and everyone's so friendly. I felt so welcome. So yes,
Yeah.
definitely want to return.
When was the last time you visited Philippines?
I went in 2018. Yes.
Wow, 2008. And
2018. So a few
18.
years ago.
All right. So, what place here in the Philippines did you visit?
Okay, now you're testing me. So I went to Manila, of course, and I also went to El Nido, if I'm saying that right. And I went to, oh my goodness, I think I went to two other little islands. We did lots of island hopping over, like with boats and whatnot. But El Nido was like, Manila was just so different to El Nido in the sense of, city life, and then literally like beaches. I just loved the contrast, to be honest. It was amazing.
Is that here in Cebu? Have you been here?
I think I went to Bohol.
Bohol. Ah,
Yeah,
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 that's a great
yeah.
place. I haven't been. I haven't been there yet.
I know that was a very long drive from Manila, so that's like,
Yes, you need to have a plane. You need to ride a plane.
yeah.
All right. So I guess it's almost an hour to go there.
Yes, yeah. It's actually big when you think about it. It's crazy how actually a country looks small, especially like for us in the UK, we look small, but actually it's still quite a trek to get from one side of the country. Because I live right in the south of England, and to get to the other side, right on the border of near Scotland, or even past Scotland, is a good 8-9 hour trip in a car. So it is easier just to get a flight.
All right. So thank you, dear, for your beautiful stories that you have shared with us during your visit here in Philippines. So let's move on to the questions of our viewers for tonight's live session. Let's
Sure.
have our first question from Brandon Siraton. What is your favorite Shakespeare story and why?
Oh my goodness. Yes. So I think typically when we think Shakespeare, we ultimately think Romeo and Juliet. And I do have to say, I am a massive fan. But I love A Midsummer Night's Dream because I actually played the part of Hermia in a performance when I was at school, and I just loved it. And I actually won a place in a prestige performing arts school with a monologue from A Midsummer Night's Dream as Hermia. So it kind of holds a special place in my heart. So I'm going to say A Midsummer Night's Dream.
All right. Thank you, dear. And we have next question from our viewer. Let's have from Luis Bourbon. If you can turn back time and talk to your younger self, what message or advice about life would you give to yourself?
This is such a amazing question. Thank you so much, Louise. If I had the opportunity to talk to my younger self, what I would say is trust the timing of your life, trust the process. I think everyone, as they go through, childhood, teenage years, there's often questions and doubts, and because of social media and technology nowadays, there's a lot of perceptions of what we should be and we shouldn't be. But I just would say, you do you. You be whoever you want to be. I was fortunate enough to be quite a independent child and teenager, and I think that has actually worked in my favor through my adult life and through my journey in pageantry, because I can hold my own, and I'm able to I don't feel like I need to have people to push me. I'm my own driving force. So I would just say, trust myself, that it's going to be okay, and you're going to get wherever you want to get to.
All right. So that's the most important. Trust yourself and also trust the process.
Yes.
Everything happens for a reason. If
Ah,
there is mistakes or challenges that you're experiencing right now or during your younger age.
yes.
All right. So, okay. Do you have anything to say?
No, just to say, I love that quote. Everything happens for a reason. That is a motto I have lived by. So I definitely agree with that.
Correct. All right. So let's move on to our next questions from our viewer. Let's have this one from Mark Shaoy. Hi, Queen. I have a question. If you have a son, would you encourage him to pursue boxing, even if his dream is to become a future world champion? Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you for your question. Do you know what? I would encourage my son or my daughter, whatever I end up having in the future, to be whoever they want to be, providing that it's for them, and they know in their heart this is something they want to do and it's going to make them happy. Then I say, go for it. I will always support them in whatever they set out to achieve in life, to be a world champion, to be a professional boxer. If they want to be take part in a pageant, then you do it. What is stopping you? Why should anyone else dictate what you should and shouldn't be doing? It's your life, and it's yours to take ownership of. So 100% I would be encouraging and supportive, providing he really wants to do that with his life.
Correct. That's you're correct. We should support our son or daughter, whatever she wants to be.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so next question. Follow-up question from Mark Shaoui. Is it hard to migrate to another country if there were no relatives to look after you?
Funny you should say that, because I actually lived in Australia for a whole year back in 2013, and I didn't have any family there whatsoever. So I kind of have gone through this. Okay, not necessarily migrated, but I did live there for a year, and I'm very close to my family, my mum and dad, my dad and my brothers. So it was hard, but you know what? It allowed me to actually know that I'm capable of doing my own thing. That's, getting my own place, getting my own car, finding a job in a different country with different qualifications and requirements. I did all that without the means of other people doing it for me. So I think it depends on what you want to do and how maybe organized you are with that. And I like to think I'm quite organized and I know what I want. So I don't think it has to be hard. But if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. But if you do, then go for it.
Mhm. All right. Thank you, dear, for that wonderful answer. So let's have another follow-up question. What is the difference between captain and first officer?
Do you know what? You're testing me now, because I'm like, what? What is this? As much as I really want to give you an amazing answer, Mark, I'm going to be honest and say I'm not quite sure, because it could probably apply. The first thing that comes to mind is kind of like, we're talking about police, are we? Or are we talking about football? Because that's all going on at the moment here in the UK. It's going a bit crazy in terms of the championship and, Euros and everything like that. So I'm a bit like, what?
All right. Thank you, dear. So let's have another question from him again. Do you consider your hardcore fan as a friend?
My hardcore fan and as a friend, I love the fact that people are so supportive of my pageant journey. And I think, providing that they are supportive and I'm equally supportive back and I respect them and they respect me, of course we can be friends. I think it's just ensuring that we all know our boundaries, know when we're in competitions, going to internationals, we're going to be busy, and you hope you appreciate that there's not always going to be time reaching out. But I really value my fan base. I really value my supporters, and I'm so grateful that people do support me and believe in me. So yeah, of course.
Okay, thank you, dear. So let's have comments from Brandon Siratan. Beautiful, Hermes. Hermes is the god of trade.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. You like your Shakespeare.
All right. So let's have my question for you.
Great.
So since you're a veteran, this pageant world, we all know that every candidate or a queens or even celebrity are experiencing of bullying.
Mm,
So my question for you is, how will you respond uh, those bashers?
yeah. Unfortunately, there's always going to be people that have their own viewpoint that can be quite a strong view and can be perceived as quite a negative viewpoint, and they feel the need to say it out loud. I'm not one of those people. If I have a viewpoint, I don't need to necessarily share it unless it's really important and it actually is impacting my life. So, on that note, I think providing that I know that that's their issue, not mine, I wouldn't even take notice of it, because do you know what? I'm here doing my thing because I believe in myself. I don't need people who are, classed as bullying or bashing someone to pull me down when I'm thriving in life. And that goes for anyone. Don't let anyone put you down. And it's probably because they obviously want to. They don't want to see people be successful. They don't want people to see succeed. And I'm all for people succeeding. I'm all for people doing well. So I will never want to give them that attention at the end of the day. So I would just ignore it. You focus on you. The world's your oyster at the end of the day.
Correct. You should focus on yourself, especially when you are competing at an international competition or pageant.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So next follow-up question for you. Okay. Um, what message you are going to send to those who are experiencing anxiety and depression in these times of pandemic?
Yeah, wow. I love that's such a good question. I love it. Especially as I work in the field of mental health. I think people have got to realize that we have been put in a situation that has been completely out of our control. And I think that is a huge part in people's mental health, having and gaining and seeking a sense of control. And if that's taken away from someone, it can have a knock on effect on their psychological well being and their emotions and even their physical behaviors and whatnot. But what we've got to realize is that you can change your thought process. You can change those unhelpful thinking styles you might have based on the experiences that you've had or what you're going through. But ultimately, you need to own your feelings at the end of the day, to say it's okay to have these feelings. We have been put in this situation. It has been uncertain, but providing you look after yourself, your mind, your body, that's what's important. So actually taking notice of how it's responding, how it's reacting, and actually putting that first at the end of the day. So I just want to say the message to those people who might be struggling with depression, anxiety, mental health conditions: you're not alone. And there are ways of managing it more effectively, but you have to give yourself time to do that and have that self-compassion at the end of the day.
That's correct. All right. So thank you so much, dear, for that wonderful message to those who are experiencing anxieties and depressions right now. Okay, so since we are in a lockdown condition, so what have you been doing during those lockdowns or in this pandemic?
So for me, I've been in a fortunate position where my work has moved to online support. So I work a lot on the laptop doing Zoom calls to my clients, and I focus on working on managing and coming away from eating disorder tendencies. That's my main focus within my support group and my one-to-one. So that does consume a lot of my time, but it's my passion. That's something I have also been studying online. We've moved again everything online, and I'm just coming to the end of my diploma in psychotherapy, which is technically classed as counselling. So I'll be able to use my skills to support people with eating disorders and other mental health conditions. I do want to particularly work with people who have experienced trauma due to domestic abuse, and with that I have been doing some training with a organisation here within the UK called Women's Aid that supports survivors of domestic abuse, and telling people to spot the signs of certain types of abuse, you know, the emotional abuse, not just the physical too, and knowing that they can come to me to be heard and to gain professional support at the end of the day. So that's what I've been using my time with, and also running my swimwear business where I make bespoke swimwear for pageant girls, and I've had my pieces across the stages in the UK, but also internationally too. So that's been keeping going through the pandemic. So actually, as a whole, it's still been very busy, but I love it.
Wow. So you have a business already there.
Yes, yeah.
All right. How long you've been doing that business?
I set Atlantica Swimwear up in October 2017. So I just finished my reign as Miss International UK, and I recognised I just love embellishment. You know, when you see the girls in their gowns at pageants, your eyes like lit up. But I think in an element of swimwear, because obviously we do swimwear rounds, I want women to feel incredible on stage, and I think just with a touch of sparkle it allows them to feel even more sassier and more confident. And I've been successful enough to be able to see my work on the stage, and to have, trying to think, I've done 3 collections now, 3 launches, and every year or 2 I give a opportunity for a woman to be my face of Atlantica Swimwear. So I've been doing that this year as well. So yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to give back, and I want people to know that everyone could be a bikini body, providing you take care of yourself, you look after yourself, and you are proud of yourself. I think owning that stage is massive, especially in swimwear, and I want to be able to allow them to feel like that. So I want to give them an amazing piece to wear. So that's what I've been doing since 2017.
Wow, it's a long,
Yeah.
long year already. And of course, congratulations for your business.
Thank
And
you. Thank you so much.
well, it's a good thing for you and advantage because you will not be having a problem of, you know, what do you call this?
Yeah.
Finding the good gowns or swimwear to wear during the competition, or and
Yeah.
also photo shoots
Yeah.
to be used,
Yeah.
right?
I have been fortunate enough. Whenever there's been something to do with swimwear, I'm always been like, oh, I know where I can get that from. I'll find something. And I do have people reaching out like, oh my goodness, what, I don't know where to get this from. I'm like, I'll help you. Don't worry, we'll get you sorted and whatnot. So yeah, I'll be on it in that sense.
So aside from joining the pageants, do you design clothes or pageant swimwear, or
Um,
you have a designer?
So I purely customize the swimwear myself. So hand stitching, hand
Wow.
gluing, sat there with my little mask and goggles on. So, but I love it. So, and every time I finish a piece, I'm like, oh, I really like that. I want this one. I'm like, oh, it's not for me though, but at least I know I can make it if I really want to. So I customize the swimwear. So I give it that extra little bit of something.
Wow, it's considered as You are the talented queen.
Oh, thank you. I try to be, but yeah, let's go with that.
All right. Thank you, dear. So, my next question for you is, if given a chance to win the crown of Miss Intercontinental 2021, what would be the first thing you will do?
Well, the first thing, honestly, I would do is probably cry
Mm.
and thank the judges and the organization for trusting me with this title and this responsibility. And it in itself, it's a job. It's going to require a lot of dedication and a lot of time, but I wouldn't have put myself in this position to go towards that title if I didn't think I had it within me. So I'd be appreciative of them trusting me with that, and hopefully I would do them proud for the year of rain that you get, and be able to travel the world with them and sharing what I aim to do as Miss Intercontinental. So that would be probably the first thing I would do, is cry, just because I'd be so happy.
Yeah, so that's the first thing you should do, cry, you know, tears of joy.
Yeah.
All right. So, I guess part of your preparation for this upcoming Miss Intercontinental 2021 pageant is, of course, I guess you are having a diet, you know.
I like to call it mindful and intuitive eating. So, and do you know what? This is something I teach in my work, because obviously I work with people that do have a unhealthy relationship with food. So I have to be able to make them normalize it, to know that food is there to nourish our bodies and to keep it functioning. But obviously, when you are competing, you want to have a level of strength and fitness. So it is about being mindful of what you are putting into your body. I think the saying goes, treat your body as a temple. So with that, you need to take care of it and look after it, and not punish it, really. So that's what I'd say I'm doing. I'm being mindful of what I'm putting into myself, and actually thinking, is this going to make me stronger? Is this going to make me feel healthier at the end of the day?
Okay, follow-up question. Right after this Miss Intercontinental pageant, what are the things that or food you will eat?
He's going on and saying I'm being mindful, not the first thing I'd probably eat is, I am going to say I am a massive foodie, to be honest. So that's why I don't ever class things as diets. I just call them mindful eating, because I really believe that you should be able to eat a variety of different foods, but in moderation. But I have a ridiculously big sweet tooth. So I'm going to say some kind of cheesecake. I love cheesecake. And I like to make them too. I like to bake. So I'm thinking, what can I make? Or can I find a amazing place, maybe in Egypt, or when I come home, that I can go and have a massive slice of cheesecake?
So you love sweet food.
Yeah, I'm quite. It's quite naughty. I shouldn't use that word, but it is. Yeah, I've always feel like I've got to have something sweet after a main meal. I don't know why, but I just feel like it finishes it.
Okay, so let's move on to my next question. Why do you think that people have a negative image of pageantry?
I think because as pageants have evolved, people are still very set in the old-fashioned views of what pageants maybe were referred to back in the day, where it was just purely based on an external appearance, when actually there's a lot more work that goes along, apart from seeing us on stage in swimwear, in beautiful gowns, in our national costumes and whatnot. The messages that we're trying to send out to people are very positive, and I think if people are only looking at that one viewpoint, is, oh, they're on stage, they're showing themselves off, they obviously think themselves of that, then they're being quite narrow-minded. So I would say, try and broaden your horizons, try and see the bigger picture in what pageantry actually offers, because the opportunities and the self-development in your own personal life and what we do for other people is amazing, and people almost don't give us the time to be recognized. So I would just say be open to exploring and seeing things for yourself. I'd always say come along if you can.
Mhm. Okay, next question for you. If you could anyone else beside yourself, who would you be?
As much as I would want to say I would be this person or that, I don't want to be anyone. I'm actually very content in who I am. I think we're all different. I respect that everyone's different, and I love the fact that everyone's different and unique. And there are people that are inspired by, and I get emotional thinking about them and how I use them as motivation as well in what I want to set out to do in my life. But actually, I think I'm my own person. I've got my own identity and I'm proud of it. So I wouldn't necessarily be anyone else. I'd just be myself, and I love myself for me.
Correct. So be contented of what you have and who you are. All
Yes.
right. So next question again. So I believe that you have a friend, one of the member of LGBTQ. Do you have a friend?
Yes, I've got a number of friends who are part of the community. Yes.
All right. So what are your thoughts about joining the trans woman into a female pageant like Miss Universe pageant?
I think we need to stay, as the world develops and we become more open to people from the different communities, we need to be accepting of them. We need to know that they should equally be involved as, a woman who was born a female to someone that wasn't born a female that now is a female. Why should anyone else be the deciding factor of what they want to do? If they want to be a woman now and they want to be a part of a women's beauty pageant, then they are welcome to do that. I don't see there should be any problem. We need to be, respecting each other. We need to be raising more about equality. And if we're not allowing these women or women who maybe weren't women before to be introduced into the women world, into the world of pageantry that women play a big part in, then we're not being about equality at the end of the day. We need to educate people more if they have a negative viewpoint on that. So that's my own personal opinion on it anyway.
All right. If you are going to be one of the national director of a Miss Intercontinental United Kingdom,
Yes.
and there is one trans woman approach you, and she is planning to join the Miss Intercontinental United Kingdom. Are you going to accept her or not?
Obviously I have to see what the international terms and conditions are, whether it depends on where that woman is in their transition, if they are fully transitioned or not, and if the international organization accepts women who are still transitioning or who have fully transitioned. But I would want them to know that I am welcoming and I want them to play a part in my pageant. But obviously it all comes back to the overall terms and conditions. So it depends on where they're at and what the viewpoint is of the international. But if I had my way, I would say you are welcome to join. If you truly believe you are the woman and you are transitioning in as a woman, then you should be welcome to a women's pageant.
Correct. So it is all depends on the rules and regulations of the organizations if they allowed trans women to join.
Yes.
Correct. Well, anyway, thank you so much for that answer. Okay, so let's move on to my next question. So I haven't asked you about this one. So this is necessary and also one of the objectives of having this kinds of interview. So since you have a lot of pageants that you have joined, and I believe that you have an advocacy for this upcoming Miss Intercontinental 2031. So let's talk about your advocacy or your purpose of joining the Miss Intercontinental.
Yes. So I have mentioned it before. Obviously, I am a huge campaigner and ambassador for mental health. That has always been something, a part of my life, and something I will continue to work and strive for. And my mission as Miss Intercontinental UK and as wanting to be the next Miss Intercontinental, using my advocacy to educate our society about bringing the equality between men and women. If we're always putting on stereotypes, or our viewpoints are different between what we deem as men and what we deem as women, we are not being equal. And do you know what happens with that? This is where the cases of domestic abuse rise. Obviously, women, children, men all do experience domestic abuse, but this is actually predominantly a gender-based violence because of how society perceives men and women, and it's that power stance. And I guess with the ethos of Miss Intercontinental being the power of beauty, we want to know that women have power. They have their own identity. They do not need to be led by a man or someone else wherever they are feeling abuse or been harassed by. They do not deserve that. They do not need that. And until we educate people about coming away from stereotypical norms and whatnot, then that's going to continue. And it has been a huge thing over the pandemic, how people have been trapped with their perpetrators. And it's such a clear sign how more work needs to be done in spotting the signs of narcissistic behavior and coercive control. And that can be from anyone, whether that's a partner, work colleague, a family member. But until we break away from stigmas, it's going to be there. So that's what I aim to do. That's my advocacy, and seeing how it impacts people's mental health. But I think it's all about educating people at the end of the day, how important it is to come away from those stigmas and stereotypes.
Wow, that's a great. And also, it is your advocacy is relatable.
Yeah. I want it to be. It's a real thing, It's something that I'm really passionate about. It's something I really stand for, through seeing other people go through it, through personal experiences myself. And I just think it's not okay. So I would hope using this title allows the wider audience to see that and to do something about it.
Okay, thank you, dear, for that wonderful answer. Okay, next question for you. Aside from having a saying or the quotes of Miss Intercontinental, the power of beauty, do you have, if given a chance, to have another quote for the Miss Intercontinental, what would it be? What would be yours?
Well, I want to use the one for Miss Intercontinental UK because I love it, and that's the Dare to Dream initiative. Because when I decided to apply for Miss Intercontinental UK, I had to ask myself, why am I doing this? It's because I have a dream, I have a goal, I want to succeed, and I'm daring myself to go for it. I believe I can go for it. I believe I can do it. So I'm going to roll with my own what Miss Intercontinental UK stands for and says Dare to Dream, because I want people to know that anyone can have those dreams, anyone can get there, again providing they give themselves the time, they trust themselves in that process, and you can get there. And I think, if you don't strive for that, then that's your choice. But I just think that's what I really stand for at the end of the day. And I think that's, as an international title holder even, we would be encouraging women, men, whoever, to chase their dreams, be daring, don't let anything get in their way, and just love every moment of doing that.
All right, thank you, dear. If you're going to choose whether is it a crown or a love life?
A crown or a love life? Why can't it be both? That's I can't see why there couldn't be both. I guess in terms of maybe if you're competing in a Miss pageant, you can't be married. But you know what? I think if you are in a relationship and you have that loving relationship and that respect for one another, that other person will respect that what you're doing as having a crown, having a title is a responsibility, and almost as a job, and I need to be focused on my job, and they need to respect that. That's like I would be the same with them in whatever career, whatever hobbies, whatever passions they had. I would be equally supportive. So I think you can have love and have a crown. I think that's what makes love, someone believing in you at the end of the day.
Wow, that's correct. So you can have both as long as you manage it
Yes.
properly. Okay, so next question for you. So since you have joined the international pageant, different international pageants, so we are also or you are also what do you call this mingling other nations or candidates, so with different languages. Now my question for you is this is my question. Is it necessary or essential to have or to speak the international language, which is the English, during your competition or the Q&A?
Hmm. Ah, do you know what? This would probably be a completely different answer for someone whose first language isn't English, because mine is. So it's going to be a natural thing to be like, yes, I think it should be the first language, and I think we should be having this. I think because on par with one or two other kind of languages, it is one of the most well used languages in the world. So we would hope that it would be able to, if you have that language of be able to speak English, you can speak out to a wider audience. So I would say that's where the benefit of having the English language in your vocabulary or whatnot. But I wouldn't say it's necessarily a need, providing you know exactly what message you want to send out, and what you want to do with your advocacies, and what you plan to do as a title holder. I think other people will follow that, and there's always going to be someone that can translate. There's always someone that will be able to throw that out to the other people who don't know that language and whatnot. So there's a bit of a crossover. There's two views on that, really. I would say yes, because it would be able to create a wide audience, because the language is used a lot. But at the same time, who are we to say you should have to speak this? Do you know what I mean? If they're good at what they have to say in their own language, then let's hear it.
Correct. All right. So next question. Hold on. Okay. So so you are also from Australia. So
Well,
you've been there in Australia.
I've been there, so I'm not Australian. I'm not gonna lie, I am purely English and half Welsh. So I'm fully from the UK, really. I think I might have a little bit of German and French in me, but apart from that, that's as far as it goes. But I do love Australia, and I did pick up the accent when I went there. So it's gone now.
Okay. What's your favorite place in Australia? So since you have been there.
Okay, my favorite place. I lived in the Gold Coast, and I traveled to Sydney, Byron Bay, and all
Mhm.
that. But I would say my favorite place was Early Beach. It's just off the border of the Great Barrier Reef. It's just like a small little place, and it's more for like, yes, diving and boat trips and everything like that. And it was like a small little stretch of road for like meals out and on the beach and whatnot. And it was beautiful. So I was definitely at the end of my year's stay, I went there and I was like, I don't want to leave. So yeah, I definitely say Early Beach.
Wow. All right. So that's end our interview session. So let's move on to another part of this interview session, which is the fast talk questions. Are you
Yeah,
excited?
yeah, go for it.
All right. So let's have first question for the fast talks. Okay. Would you rather be able to stop time or fly?
Stop time.
Okay. Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
Say that again, sorry.
Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
Oh, one horse-sized duck.
All right. Next, would you rather be a tree or have to live in a tree for the rest of your life?
Would I rather live in a tree for the rest of my life?
Okay, next. Would you rather be a deep sea diver or an astronaut?
Oh, astronaut. Oh no. Oh yeah, go with astronaut.
Next, would you rather give up your computer or your pet?
Computer.
Do you have pet in your home?
Pardon, say that again, sorry.
Do you have pet in your home?
Yes, I do. I'm a huge animal lover.
Wow, what pet is that?
So I've got two dogs and I've got a cat. I did have like five cats at one point. But like I've got a chihuahua, my
Wow.
little baby, and I've got a border terrier, and I adopted a cat in Australia and brought him back to the UK. So yeah.
Wow, you have a lot of pets there.
Yeah.
It's something like a mini zoo charm.
And it's literally Animal Farm. Like my bed is like I'm like on the edge and they're just like taking over. So when I'm doing my work, I'm often like hunched on the side and they're like, "Wow." I'm like, "Sorry, my dog's here, my cat's here, my other dog's here too." So
Okay, I have also dog here, a Shih Tzu.
oh,
So yeah,
love
they're
them.
they're so sweet.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
they're like your little babies. Like, oh, love my little doggy. He's called Lorenzo. What a name, eh? But yeah, I love little dogs.
Okay, let's move on to our next question. This
Okay.
one. Would you rather be without elbows or be without knees?
Oh my goodness. Be without elbows.
Okay, next. Would you rather fight Mike Tyson or talk like him for the rest of your life?
Talk like him for the rest of my life. I don't think I want to be in a ring with him.
Okay, next. Would you never have painful cramps again or never have to shave again?
Never have to shave again. So annoying.
Okay, next. This one. Would you rather be a clown who distracts the bull or the cowboy who rides the bull?
The the clown that distracts the bull. No,
Okay.
no bulls harmed in the making.
Okay, next question. This one. Would you rather have to get up and down or down or stay up 3 a.m. every day?
Stay up, maybe. I'm always on the go, so I don't think I actually, as much as I love my bed, I'm always on the go, so I could probably stay up.
Next, this one. Would you rather have your breath smell like a bad fart or have your laugh sound like a fart?
What was the second one? Sorry, I was too busy laughing at the first one.
Laugh, have your laugh like a fart.
Laugh like a fart.
Okay. Next, would you rather have bad breath or a smelly feet?
Smelly feet. At least people don't go down there as much.
Okay. Next, would you rather always take a cold shower or sleep an hour less than you need to be fully rested?
Sleep more, probably.
All right. Next, would you rather always wear earmuffs or a nose plug? Nose plug.
Uh, hmm. Oh, I snore, so I should probably ask someone else this question. I'm going to say earplugs.
Okay. Next. Next, let's have this one. Would you rather have a Texas accent and live in New York, or a New York accent and live in Texas?
Oh, I love Texas, so I would rather have a New York accent and live in Texas.
Okay, next. Would you rather have a freakishly huge smile or a freakishly small nose?
Oh, a small nose.
Okay, next. This one. Would you rather eat the same meal for the rest of your life or never use Instagram again?
Oh, I'm happy to eat the same thing for the rest of my life. So let's go with that. Providing I'm happy with the choice, yeah, I'll do that.
it's it's obviously you love Instagram.
It's my
All
social
right.
contacts. I've got to keep them.
Next, next question. Would you rather this one? Okay. Would you rather it's not necessary here. Okay. Would you rather um anyway, this is bad. Charot. Okay, so let's choose another question. It's bad. Charot. Okay, this one. This is not would you rather question.
Okay.
Okay, if you were stranded on a desert island, what three things would you want to take with you?
My mum,
Mhm.
my dog and my cat. So that's like three. That's them done.
Next, if you won $1 million, what is the first thing you will buy?
Do you know what? I've had this thing in my mind all the time. What would I do if I won $1 million? The first thing I would do is actually set up a charity. I'm not just saying that. I actually would set up a charity because there's not enough around that actually can support people. I actually want to set up an eating disorder service in my local town and broaden it to the whole of the UK. So that's actually what I do.
All right. Next, if you found a magic lantern and a genie gave you three wishes, what would you wish?
I feel like I need to rub my genie now and think, what would I
Mm,
wish? I would wish for eternal happiness. I would wish for um, good health always. And I would wish for
mhm.
equality in the world.
Wow. Okay. So let's have this. This one.
Go for it.
Okay, hold on for a while. So, okay, so this one. What are you most likely to become famous for?
I am most likely to become famous for the
Mhm.
probably being the only counselor or psychotherapist in history to take part in a beauty pageant, I reckon. But if anyone else wants to reach out to me and say I'm a psychotherapist or a counselor, I do beauty pageants, then let me know. But I haven't met any yet, so
Okay, so let's have this one. Okay. All right. What's the longest you've ever gone without shower?
oh. Oh, that's really bad because like I have a bit of OCD and I do shower like 2 to 3 times a day. So
Mhm.
that's quite tricky for me. Maybe like I don't know, maybe like 2 or 3 days if I'm like really poorly. I'm literally like bed bound. So that sounds gross, doesn't it? But yeah, not normally like that.
Okay, next question. What's the one thing you wish you could unsee?
Oh, one thing I wish I could unsee is the war that we see on like the news. It does upset me, so I just rather not see it, or I just wish it just wasn't there.
Okay, next. If you could be a member of the opposite sex for a day, what's the first thing you will do?
Well, I would like to be my boyfriend so I can see what he views me as. I'm like, oh, so that's what I look like from the other side. So that's what I'd want to do.
All right, next. If you had to date an animal, what kind of animal would you date?
Ah, do you know what? I would date a lion because if I described them, it'd probably sound like a confident man, like firing, strong, and all that. So I think we have good chats. So yeah, I'm gonna say a lion.
Okay, next. Would you rather be a high school teacher or a clown?
High school teacher.
Okay, next. Would you rather be forced to dance all day, every day, until you get a perfect score on Dancing with the Stars, or be forced to eat mashed potatoes until you get a perfect score on Beat the Chefs?
Well, I've got 2 left feet, so I'd probably say eat the mash.
Okay. Would you rather go without shampoo for the rest of your life or toothpaste for the rest of your life?
Say that again, sorry. I didn't hear the first one.
Would you rather go without shampoo for the rest of your life or toothpaste for the rest of your life?
Oh, but you can get dry shampoo, so I'm going to say shampoo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you rather have a time machine or a teleporter?
Time machine.
Next. Would you rather have to speak in rhyme for the rest of your life or have to speak in riddles for the rest of your life?
Speak in rhyme.
Next. Would you rather have to use chopsticks every day for the rest of your life or use fork?
Oh, I think a fork. I've attempted chopsticks and I'm really not very good with them, so let's say a fork.
We're the same. We're the same. I'm not good also in using the chopsticks. I'm always trying hard to,
Yeah.
to use that.
You can get the ones that have got like little elastic on them, so it makes it easier. My friend is Chinese, and he tries to show me, but I can just never get it. So I'm just there like, okay, just give me the children one that has the elastic on them. So or stab it over, get my food.
All right, next. Okay, this one. Would you rather have to write everything you say out by hand or only be able to speak in rhymes?
My goodness, that would be a very long book if I had to write down everything I have to say. So say speak in rhyme.
Okay, next. Would you rather listen to an annoying laugh or for a whole day or get tickled for an hour? For 1 hour.
Oh, being tickled is like torturous. So I'm going to say listen to someone laugh all day.
Okay. Next. Would you rather lose the ability to cry or cry every day for 20 minutes randomly?
I think it's important to show emotion. So I'm going to say cry for 20 minutes every day.
Correct. It's really important to cry, especially when you're experiencing depression.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's the whole
Okay.
point of recognizing those emotions. So for sure.
Yes. All right. So next, would you rather wear constantly changing outfit or constantly changing hairstyle?
Constantly changing outfits because you can never have too many.
Okay. Next, would you rather your only mode of transportation be a donkey or a giraffe?
Oh, I don't really want to use either. I feel bad for them. So I'm going to say the giraffe just purely because I can imagine it's a lot bigger than a donkey. So it could probably take my weight a bit more.
Imagine giraffe is your mode of transportation, then goes in the city.
Yeah, trying to get under the bridges. I'm like, duck, duck.
It seems like you're watching what do you call this? What movie is that about? and animals. Um,
There's a few, isn't there?
oh yeah, so that's it. Never mind. I forgot what's the title of that movie. Okay, next, this one. Would you rather be famous on the internet or in real life?
Real life, so people know the real me.
Correct. Okay, next. So would you rather be physically stronger than most people or be able to fly?
Hmm, that's a good one. Be able to fly.
Okay, next. Would you rather eat foods that have never been cooked or
Or
only eat cooked foods?
only eat cooked food. I don't want to get any food poisoning.
Do you eat sushi?
I do eat sushi, fair enough. But if that was the only option, I'll give that. I can eat some sushi for the rest of my life. If there was like raw something else, like I'll be like, no thanks. I don't eat meat, so I only eat fish. So I guess that's the exception, isn't it?
Okay, next. Would you rather have a pet tiger or a pet lion?
Oh, well, they're both from the same family, aren't they? But I'm going to say a tiger.
Mhm.
I don't know. I think the lion would be quite dominating, so I'm going to say a tiger. Hoping for the best there.
Next. Would you rather live in a country with a low cost of living but horrible weather, or live in a country with a high cost of living and amazing weather?
High cost of living and amazing weather.
Okay, next. This one. Would you rather live in a reality for the rest of your life or be in the matrix for the rest of your life?
I want to live in the reality.
Okay, next. Would you rather never have a life without air conditioning or never be able to use deodorant?
Uh, I will definitely have to have I would definitely have to have deodorant. I'm a very cold person naturally, so I don't think I'll need aircon. So
Okay, next. Would you rather have a face that everyone laughs at or a name that everyone laughs at?
a name that everyone laughs at because it's just a name. No.
All right. So let's have this one. This or that.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. All right. So this one. Autumn or spring?
Oh, spring,
Beach or forest?
forest,
Flowers or trees?
flowers.
Crystals or herbs?
Pardon, say that again, sorry.
Crystals or herbs?
Crystals,
Green grass or autumn leaves?
autumn leaves,
Night sky or bright blue sky?
oh, bright blue sky,
Sunrise or sunset?
sunset,
Okay. Cliffs or grassy hills?
uh, cliffs, I don't know.
Okay. Hiking or surfing?
Surfing,
Hills or flats?
heels.
Skirts or pants?
Say that again, sorry.
Skirts or pants?
Oh, skirt,
Neutrals or colors?
colours,
Sneakers or sandals?
sandals,
Sweatpants or leggings?
sweatpants,
Overdress or underdress?
overdress, darling,
Leather jacket or jean jacket?
jean jacket,
Okay. Full coverage or natural?
full coverage,
Foundation or BB cream?
foundation,
Liquid liner or pencil liner?
pencil liner,
Makeup brush or makeup sponge?
makeup sponge.
Okay, this one. Pizza or pasta?
Oh, that's so tricky. Oh, pasta.
Okay, cupcakes or cookies?
Oh, Cookies.
Ice cream or froyo?
Ice cream.
Mexican food or Italian food?
Oh, oh, Italian.
Okay, pancakes or waffles?
Waffles.
Savory or sweet?
Sweet.
Nutella or peanut butter?
Peanut butter, actually.
Breakfast or dinner?
I've got to have both. So, breakfast, because I've got to start my day.
Red lipstick or pink lipstick?
Pink lipstick.
Early mornings or late nights?
Late nights.
Cafe, caf, cafe or diner?
I like a diner.
Denim or leather?
Denim.
Roses, tulips?
Roses.
Gelato or milkshakes?
Milkshake.
Rain or sun?
Sunshine.
Summer or winter?
Summer.
New York or LA?
Oh, LA. Because I've never been.
Moon or stars?
Oh, stars.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
Crushed ice or cube ice?
Crushed ice.
This one. TV off or TV on?
TV off.
Soft bed or hard bed?
Soft bed.
One pillow or several pillows?
Several pillows.
Pitch black or night light?
Nightlight.
I do snore or I don't snore?
Hands up. I probably do snore.
Okay. Light sleeper or heavy sleeper?
I think I'm quite a light sleeper.
In bed early or night owl?
Night owl.
Fan or no fan?
No fan.
Thin blankets or thick blankets?
Thick blankets.
Socks or no socks?
Socks.
Pets allowed or no pets?
Pets allowed.
Sleep on side or back or stomach?
On my back.
Okay. Next. This one. Deep sauce or drizzle sauce?
Drizzle sauce.
Soda or water?
Water.
Eat crust or leave crust?
Eat crust.
Food can touch or food can't touch?
Food can touch.
Appetizer or dessert?
Ooh. Dessert.
Straw or no straw?
No straw.
Notebook or tablet?
Notebook.
Facebook or Instagram?
Ooh. Instagram. I don't know. Facebook. Oh, I don't know.
Okay, cinema or at home?
Oh, I do like cinema.
Plain or bus?
Plain.
White chocolate or dark chocolate?
White chocolate.
Morning person or night person?
Night person.
Cat or dog?
That's so hard. That's mean. I can't answer that. We have to stop. I can't answer that.
Okay, next. Pop music or rock music?
Pop music.
Stuffed animals or dolls?
Dolls.
Text or call?
Text.
French or Spanish?
Espanol.
Example of Espanol.
No, I don't know. That's all I
O- Hola. Hola, amigo,
know.
amiga.
Stars.
Okay, so my last question for you is who is Romy Simpkins?
Romy Simpkins is Miss Intercontinental UK with hope of being Miss Intercontinental.
Thank you so much, dear, for your time. And of course, promote yourself here on our Facebook page and also your organization. as
Thank
well.
you.
Okay.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you so much for interviewing me. I've loved it. It's been so much fun. And just, yeah, thank you for watching my journey and continuing to do so. Thank you. And just thank you to everyone else who's tuned in and listened, and hopefully you can watch my process, my progress and whatnot towards the internationals. So yeah, thank you so much, and feel free to check out my page on Facebook and Instagram. It's literally just my name, so you can see it in the heading there, Romy Simpkins. And Miss Intercontinental UK does have an Instagram and Facebook page too, so feel free to check them out as well.
All right. What about your organization? Would you what can you say or any message to them? The
Well, to say, my director Lily is incredible. She is so lovely. She is so welcoming, and she's always there for me. So I just want to say thank you to her for trusting me, allowing me to have this opportunity to represent the three parts, the England, Scotland, and Wales in Miss Intercontinental, because that hasn't been done for a very, very long time. So I feel very, very blessed to do that. So, I'm going to give it my all to her. I'm going to do her proud, and everyone else in the UK as well.
And of course, lastly, your message to your co-candidate of Miss Intercontinental 2021.
My message to the other contestants in Miss Intercontinental, I just want to say I wish you all the very best. I'm sure when we'll be getting there, we'll be having lots of chats, lots of discussions, and in the lead up, I'm sure we'll all be communicating. We've already had our little chats here and there and commenting on each other's posts, which is wonderful. And I love the sisterhood that's forming. So I can't wait to meet you, or we're just going to have the most amazing time. But I'll be rooting for each and every one of you. And yeah, I can't wait to share this experience.
All right, dear. Thank you so much for spending your time with us here at Pageant Trend. And of course, okay, guys, if you are new to our Facebook page, don't hesitate to like and follow us on our Instagram account, Pageant Trend, and also subscribe to a YouTube channel, Pageant Trend. And of course, don't forget to support Romy Simpkins, all right, Simpkins, sorry, Romy Simpkins on her journey to Miss Intercontinental 2021 pageant. So don't forget to support her, and of course, follow her Instagram account, Romy Simpkins, and of course, yes, follow her Instagram, and then um, for more updates about her journey, don't hesitate also to approach her. And if you have any questions to her, just message her on Instagram.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, definitely. Love to hear from everyone.
Okay. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in, and mabuhay to all over the world, all the way from the Philippines. And this is Jay once again hosting the live interview with Miss Intercontinental United Kingdom 2021 with Romy Simpkins, our guest for tonight's live session. And I hope that you did enjoy our live session. And of course, please support Romy Simpkins for Miss Intercontinental 2021.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you so much, dear.
Thank you, Jay.
And have a nice evening here in the Philippines, and have a nice afternoon there in the United Kingdom. Am I right?
Yes, yeah, it's the afternoon. Thank you so much. Enjoy your evening.
Yes. Thank you, dear, and have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye bye, guys.